WOCIP was created in 2015 to enable transformational change in the pharmaceutical and life sciences industry and to empower women of color to excel personally and professionally. The data shows that women remain underrepresented at every level in corporate America, despite earning more college degrees than men for 30 years and counting. The gap stretches from the entry level to C-suite executive level and is more pronounced for women of color, in particular Black women. According to research conducted by McKinsey & Company, organizations are 24 to 36% more likely to outperform peers where there is gender and ethnic diversity at the most senior leadership levels of the organization. These organizations are more likely to outperform peers on long-term value creation and experience above average profitability. So in addition to it being the right thing to do, supporting women of color is a business imperative. 2020 has illuminated 4 major global crises: racial inequality, social injustice, health disparities, and economic disruption, all of which disproportionately affect people of color. In our quest to advance equity in the discovery, development, and commercialization of therapies for patients with unmet medical needs, WOCIP hosted a think tank to create accelerated and sustainable change by compelling the leaders of the pharmaceutical and life sciences companies to commit to take meaningful action now in pursuit of racial and gender equality at the board and C-suite executive levels. We also held additional virtual programs such as the webinar on allyship entitled Ally is a Verb, where we discussed how to be an effective ally. And in order to be an effective ally, it's necessary to understand the experiences of those you want to support. The best way to reach that understanding is to be a good listener, to be open and willing to learn from people of color in your workplace. We often discuss equality and equity as being synonymous, when in reality, there are differences. Where equality gives everyone access to the same opportunity, equity in the workplace means that there is proportional representation in those same opportunities. In other words, equity levels the playing field. Remember, an ally's role is to never speak for others, but to take down the obstacles facing the oppressed to allow them to speak for themselves. WOCIP believes that we must shift the current diversity and inclusion paradigm from recruitment and retention of talent to ensuring that equity is a core value and central to every aspect of our business. We know from research that if you do not intentionally include, you will unintentionally exclude. This is why it's paramount that every organization establish diversity, inclusion, and equity as a business imperative, particularly now in the time of real crisis. Leaders must assess your people, policies, processes, and procedures in order to build innovative and disruptive strategies to drive new outcomes. All facets of the company's business, including its workforce, products, markets, supplier relationships, and patient communities, should be critically evaluated. Our call for action is simple, but it is good for business.